Hello everyone, my name is Bamford. Everybody calls me Dee. I'm a Reiki Master at Ascension Channel based here in beautiful San Diego, California. And today I feel very inspired to jump on and talk to you a little bit about what is happening in this portal, right? So we have Holy Shift October, and as we approach the full moon on Halloween, October 31st, the energy is really building up. And I wanted to talk about two things today. One is about triggers, and the other one is about compassion and how linked those are and how we can look inward and at the same time outward at these two components that are very much manifesting in our lives right now, and you have full control of everything in life. And another thing, I am filming this today on Wednesday, October 21st, and it's really interesting that today on the 21st I feel very inspired and very called to share this message with you because we are exactly 2 months away from some people call it the portal, the solar flare, which is happening on December 21st. There's a lot of speculation around this portal opening, this event, this solar flare. And you may have heard a lot about it. Just make sure to use your own discernment with what is it that you're taking in, and really feeling into what feels right for you. Again, you can take it or leave it. Anything that any person sets out there, even what I say right here, anything that I share, and just remembering that you are in full control, but not allowing yourself to be influenced, but something out there that is not resonating with you. Because when it comes to this solar flare, and it's actually, for me, it's actually a very big portal being open, and especially now on this particular year of 2020, which has been a very transformational year due to all the events that we have and continue to happen. It's just going to be extremely impactful. So go ahead, do your own research, notice what resonates, what doesn't, but don't allow yourself to be influenced by something you truly don't believe in. Again, stay in your sovereignty and use your own discernment. Okay, so I felt very called to share about triggers. Right now so I did the video on Holy Shift October, and there was a lot of things happening. And a lot of them have been very settled within the person, within the body. Actually, in our flesh, in the physical, we are experiencing changes. Maybe more stomach issues, a lot of bloating, constipation, a lot happening in between the womb and the sacral chakra and the root chakra. There's a lot happening there, and we can see it. A lot of things with our throats, with how we're speaking, how we're reacting to others, the creativity that is coming or the creativity that we are lacking. So everything is bringing us into balance. This particular portal that we're under, we have now 2 full moons in October. We're coming up on the second one on the 31st. We had one on October 1st and now one on October 31st, and then a very powerful new moon right in the middle of October. And all that together, it really creates this big energy. So other than I see it a lot being manifested in the body. For me, I've noticed it in my skin. I haven't done anything different. I'm not using a different detergent, anything in my water. And I noticed that my skin, it's gone very dry. We are all shedding something right at this moment. We are all shifting right at this moment. And it will manifest in a physical form also, because sometimes we need to pay attention to certain things in our lives. It's going to manifest in a much stronger way or more impactful way in your body if we're really these are signs and we're ignoring them, right? So It can be somebody who gets sick with a cold. Allergies may really kick in into a much grander scheme, or like I've never had, allergies like this before. Also, our dreams are very vivid. Headaches can come in, migraines can come in, and all of these are symptoms of ascension. They are just symptoms, and they're absolutely temporary. A lot of the times they're messages where we really are encouraged to pay attention, to focus on something, to just take another look in that direction. So again, just really paying attention and allowing, even though there's a lot of outside circumstances trying to make a spiral down in the opposite direction, we are in full control in order to spiral up. Okay, so I wanted to really share about the triggers. I am noticing that a lot of people are being triggered, and triggers are good because they make us see things that we still need to work on and heal. However, a lot of the times when we get triggered, this is what I'm seeing right now. A trigger will happen and it trigger that person. The event itself, it may not be as impactful as the person is taking it in. So somebody said something that it trigger a person, right? Something that, you can look at it and be like, well, that wasn't very nice. But the person receiving it had impacted them so strongly that they actually react to it in a much grander way. They felt really hurt by something that if somebody who is fully grounded and centered would not have taken it on that way, and they create this story around it. So something that could have been minor, they create this story and they spiral in the opposite direction. And sometimes they communicate that with other people and they begin to drag others into the same negative effect. So yes, when somebody triggers us, we need to be the observer for a second. Of course, we're not going to take on any insult, or we're not going to take on any disrespect. Absolutely, you set your boundaries, you set that in place, and you stop that. However, we never accept any insult or disrespect, ever. We protect our field. There's strong boundaries. However, there's times where setting that boundary, it can be done in a very kinder way. It can be done in a non-reactive way and in a response way. And that is what is important right now. This is where the trigger is, that it allows that person who was not fully grounded, because if I am fully grounded and centered in who I am, somebody triggers me, rather than like a cat reacting, I'm going to be the observer, see what the person is bringing. If I need to immediately set a stop because they are obviously hurting in some way. So I'm going to stop, pause, and respond in compassion. I'm not saying necessarily like, turn the other cheek, but just be the observer, pause before that reacting, because there's a lot, there's very high vibrational energy coming into our field right now. There's a lot of light codes being activated and awakening your dormant DNA right at this moment that you may take in. It could take, we're taking them in regardless. They're coming into our field. But sometimes if we are not fully grounded when receiving all this, it can really shake us up, and any little thing can actually become a trigger. And if we're not grounded, it can really flare up and make it a bigger trigger. So make sure you're staying fully grounded, and that's where compassion comes in. So it's not only compassion for others, but most importantly, compassion for yourself. We are allowed to make mistakes. We are allowed to be triggered. Be compassionate to yourself. Have a lot of grace for yourself, and give yourself the opportunity to be in those feelings. All your feelings are valid. All your emotions are valid. And notice why you're feeling the way you're feeling, and being more responsive rather than reactive. So just paying attention. What is triggering me right now, right at this moment? What is happening in my life that is triggering me? Once we bring that into the surface, from that place of awareness is where the process always starts. We can respond, making different choices for maybe, for a different outcome. All we want is to feel good. That is the key. And if we can do it from the portal of the heart, with a heart full of love, full of grace for others, but most importantly for ourselves, because we can only serve others best if we serve ourselves first. It's absolutely necessary to take care of ourselves in this moment. So, little recap, stay grounded. That is the baseline. If you are fully grounded, any trigger that comes your way will show you the growth, will show you where the inner work needs to be done, where the outer work needs to be done, but you will be able to respond from a much more center state rather than being reactive and just putting it all out there. Give yourself permission to pause. Just like that. Breathe in, breathe out, and observe. Stay grounded. We are in the really thick of it right now with this portal. Be the observer. Bring awareness. Stay grounded. Notice how your body is reacting. And we have beautiful light codes activating us right now. Allow yourself to be charged by them. Be in the sun as much as you can. Try to get some sunlight in your body. It's going to really bring so much peace and so much, it truly restores the body. Right now, believe it or not, your body is being restored. Doesn't matter how things look. At a deeper level, it's absolutely being restored. Balance and restore. I love you all so very much, and we're 2 months away from the big portal of December 21st, 2020. So continue to practice staying grounded. You're doing amazing. I love you all. Have a beautiful day, and hit up the links below if you want to learn a little bit about what I do. I'm a Reiki master, and I love to share and share with other people what I do so that they can bring in healing energy, transformative energy to all their loved ones through Reiki attunements. If you have any questions, I'm always here to support you and your happiness. I love you. Have a great day.